Well, I think we are back, everybody. This has been a fantastic day so far. Honestly, I was blown away by Triscor's performance in the previous game. That was a fun watch. But let's find other ways to blow everybody away. Let's go ahead and welcome on in our next GM, Tristan. Tristan, I want to chat. I want to talk. I want to find out what the hot gossip is. Hello there.
Hello.
What's the hot gossip?
I don't really do gossip. I don't know. I do have something on the tip of my brain, but it's incredibly dramatic, and I don't want to bring it up here. So,
oh no. Okay, if you don't do gossip, then tell me a secret, because that's not gossip. Please.
The game I selected today
Okay.
got a 6 and a 9 in various reviews from magazines of the time.
What was the first number you cut out for it?
6 and a 9.
Okay, a 6 and a 9. Well, it's nice to have that spectrum of review scores.
Out of 100.
Wait, out of 100?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not good. That's not nice. I'm gonna go ahead and say, what game do we have today?
We have Count Duckula 2 for the ZX Spectrum.
Okay, so this is your 9 out of 100 game. I'm terrified. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what this is, but scores like that are hard to come by, especially... Well, I mean, if it's Nintendo, everybody rated everything at least 7 out of 10, you know? If it worked and didn't actually destroy your Nintendo, it was at least a 5 out of 10. But this is 6 out of 100? 9 out of 100?
This is the 9 because you can actually finish it. I wanted to give out the Amstrad CPC version, which is even worse, but it is unfinishable because they changed the game such that you bonk on the top of the screen, but didn't fix 2 of the levels to make it actually possible without going off the top of the screen.
Are you serious?
Absolutely
They
serious.
legit released a game that was not completable. Well, I mean, who's gonna buy it on Amstrad anyway?
I don't know, but every Amstrad game I've seen has just been a horrible Spectrum port, and half of them can't be finished. Unfortunately, since it couldn't be finished, we had to bump up the quality a little bit. This is the Speccy version, which is slightly better? Question mark?
Okay, but it is completable.
It is, yes.
Theoretically.
I have verified this. It is completable. I will give you a warning as you set up.
Is there
Title
flashing?
screen music may be extremely loud. Is there flashing? Not that I recall, no.
Oh, Tristan, I actually adjusted things so that I'm no longer gonna destroy people's eardrums. I have settings so that surprise loud noises are not going to hurt.
That's good.
I've cured the disease. Ku5ogrande has been solved.
All right, pack it up. We can all go home now.
Yeah, everybody, no more tournament. We're done here.
Can't torture you with a horrible, loud, and screeching sound. So, well, why are we even here?
I mean, it'll still hurt. It just won't hurt as much, you know? It's like the difference between torture and masochism, you know? That's where we've crossed that threshold out of torture.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
Maybe that's not the best comparison, but whatever. We're doing this. We're doing this. Okay. I'm working on getting everything captured, so everybody remember, the players today will have 1 hour to make as much progress as they can. Whoever makes the most progress at the hour mark, whether or not they have had to start over, whatever the high water mark is for their performance, whoever gets that will be the winner. Now, I assume this is going to be a platformer.
This is a hybrid game. It starts out as a shooter for exactly 1 level and then becomes a platformer, yes.
Okay. Well, that's
I'm
cool.
anticipating that everyone will get past the shooting section, so our progress is mainly going to be scored on how far to the right people get, because it's just one straight line all the way through.
Okay. I'm really excited for this. Tristan, I always love having you on, you know? I feel like I miss you if we go a weekend without you, so I'm really glad that you're here.
Oh, that's... The fact that you feel that way, and that I get to inflict suffering on people, just warms my heart.
Yay! Also, to help me, who's doing audio? I don't see that.
Facet is doing audio. FYI, the title screen music is the title screen music, and then there's no music anywhere else in the game. There's just beeps and boops. So, however you want to approach that with music is fine by me.
We'll figure it out. We'll do it. We'll get something. Okay.
Also, the entire title screen and the first stage is all on a black background, so good luck with cropping.
Yeah, we're just gonna try this. By the way, thank you everybody who has rated. I see Moonblaze Wolf rated. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, there's a tournament that he's working on. If any of you are in the furry community, submissions are due tonight for the speedrun marathon that they have. I suppose we also have another thing that we've talked about occasionally, license-a-thon. If you play a licensed video game, submissions are due by the end of May, including Silver Surfer. Like, Pepsi Man here looks like Silver Surfer to me, you know?
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, he's the Silver Surfer of drinks. I guess. Of beverages. Well, it is that time. I think that I have everything set up and looking about as good as we could possibly do. So let me go ahead and get everything transitioned over. Yeah, I'm actually going to submit one or two things to probably both of those, as long as I remember. That's the hard part, remembering. Okay, I'm just checking right now to see if Facet can get somewhere with some audio so that we can hear the beautiful title screen music. Ah! I'm scared. Not very scared, you know, just a moderate amount of scared. Okay.
I have asked the racers to play on hard mode. I see one person isn't on hard, so right quick, let me remind.
Yeah, go ahead and message Facet Raccoon real quick. I kind of like this music. Sadly, this is the only music we're going to hear.
This is a banger. This is actually a pretty faithful rendition of the Count Duckula theme from the TV show, and it hits really strong. Unfortunately, it is the only music. All right, everything looks good now.
Just a second.
I'm a little concerned that the logo on Strappleberry's screen is not changing colors, but we'll get into the game and see if anything is different.
Oh, yeah. Face T Raccoon. Actually, that's a very good point, Big Honkin' Burger. That's probably the name. Face T Raccoon.
No.
It's Facet. Come on, you nerd. Okay, we need to spam ducks. Anything that is Dracula or Batty, spam those emotes. What else, Tristan?
Yeah, ducks, broccoli, tomatoes. Count Duckula is a vegetarian vampire, so anything in that area.
What? That's dumb. How can you be a vegetarian vampire? The whole point is to eat people. That's what you're doing. Like, vampires are low-key cannibals.
Okay, it does look like Strappleberry's stream is frozen somehow.
I'll get it fixed, maybe. Let me message Strappleberry.
Yeah, so The start of the game is this spaceship section where you're apparently in a turret from Count Duckula's castle flying through space. I don't remember enough of the cartoon. I saw it when I was 4, so I can't really tell you what's going on here. But this is a thing, and eventually you reach look out for that planet, Ducky, and the game actually starts. Welcome to this.
Oh no, this is gonna be rough.
So I asked everyone to play on hard mode because it reduces the number of lives you have from 20 to 8. The reason I asked them to do that, yes, the reason I asked them to do that is not because I just wanted to be a jerk to them, but because this is a pretty short game, and I'm actually concerned that we'll see a completion if they had the full 20 lives. So I wanted to shorten it a little bit, or shorten their lifetime a little bit.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, it is not a good sign that you get 20 lives to start. As you can see, Facet is already game overed, or is down to 0, I should say, because 0 does count. As is High Spirits. They're both pretty close to resetting here.
Look out for that planet, Ducky.
Yes, fear the planet.
I'm
afraid. I say lives, but it's more like hits, because when you take a hit, you just take damage in place and lose a life, and you can actually get combo hits. The only way that you will get reset on the screen is if you fall off the bottom of the screen, or take falling damage, or get hurt by a jack in the box for some reason. That will reset you as well.
Okay, it looks like Strappleberry's stream is up. So that is good. Good. We'll have to decide if there is going to be some bonus time due to setup issues, which happens every once in a while. You know, that's sort of life when it comes to Ku5ogrande. You don't know what's going to happen until it happens.
So as you can see on Strappleberry's screen right now, they're being extremely cautious going across the top instead of just dropping down. And the reason for that is if you fall more than about 1.5 ducks of height, you take falling damage, you lose a life, and you get your position reset to the start of the room, so you don't even gain anything anyway. Something we haven't seen a ton of out of anyone yet is that you can actually shoot ketchup at your enemies, and you can see your ketchup bottle there on the bottom right of the HUD, where all of your useful game information is. That is all useful, I assure you. No, I'm lying. There's only like 2 useful elements there.
Oh my gosh, Oh, the worm! Oh, Facet Raccoon just got wormed. How do you deal with that before getting down?
You wait for it to go all the way to the side, drop down, and then shoot it, as Facet has here.
Okay. This game is not good.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of game overs. This is... So, the lore behind my choice here is... I wouldn't call this a nuke. This was a game I found way back in Ku5ogrande 3, and I just never felt there was a good match for it, because it's just so... You game over a lot, and I don't typically like that. But one of the racers in this race is my roommate, who I bounce all my game selections off of, so I'm like, what do I do, right? So I went back in my archive of things that I kind of was lukewarm on, and picked one that I was pretty sure they hadn't seen before, and here we are.
I'm gonna guess your roommate is Mr. Torture, who's just out there to torture you.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Well, we are 4 minutes in, and honestly, we've seen maybe the 3rd screen of the platforming section right now. High Spirits is just trying to get to this Christmas worm. Very, very happy Christmas worm. I'm not sure why the worm is celebrating Christmas in the middle of May, but yeah.
No, there's no music in the game once it's started. I'm leaving it up to Brasinjia's judgment on how to handle this little audio thing.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and do that, because I forgot. There we go. This is a little better, right? Also, thank you, YouTube, for not going over to the stupid play. You were on the playlist! Oh, Tristan, YouTube is just butts today.
Yeah, it is.
And also, I'm worried that this is going to get us a copyright strike. So let's go ahead and switch on over to something that's actually from my playlist, because that music rocks, but ugh. I don't want to get sued.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened already with some of the stuff you've made people play.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, Facet is fighting the space meatballs. Ooh, is that an extra life? What is that ship thing?
I have no idea. I think it's a tombstone, and the only thing I've discovered is that it gives you 100 points every time you shoot it, and you can just get up in its face and hold the fire button down and just get 1,000,000 points, but points don't matter at all.
They don't do anything?
So, yeah, I think it's just an obstacle.
Well, okay, that's cool.
So yeah, a magazine called Your Sinclair gave this a 9% out of 100, citing that there is really no game here. And then a popular, I guess, retro gaming YouTuber by the name of Chinnyvision, I think, summarized this game as there is no game here. This is a program that does some stuff on your screen.
Oh, no. Oh. Like, maybe you're right. I mean, I've seen games on Ku5ogrande that weren't as much of a game as this is.
The Commodore 64 version managed to receive a 0 out of 10 from a Commodore 64 review magazine at the time. I don't remember which one, but I couldn't get that one to run in RetroArch, so... Oh! A mechanic that High Spirits just discovered is if you hold down and fire, terrific Terence can fly through and carry you to the next screen. You can do this exactly once in the entire playthrough.
After all, this game is technically called Count Duckula 2, featuring tremendous Terence. It was just too long to fit onto the title screen, you know?
Yeah, Cyborg is correct. Using Terence is the only way to get past the second screen in the Amstrad version, because you start at the very top of the screen and are expected to jump up past the upper border of the screen to get onto a platform, but the Amstrad version causes you to bonk at the top of the screen.
I want to talk about the story of this game, by the way, because it's not the most inspiring story I've ever read for any video game. So, in this game, the Count went to planet Cute, and he must now escape back to Transylvania. He has to avoid the teddies and fluffy bunnies, and has a ketchup gun with limited ammo. His task is to get from the left of the screen to the right.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, I love it. So, planet Cute, you don't want to go there. You might die.
Yeah, eventually, if you get far enough to the right, which is to say about halfway through the game, you'll run into Count Duckula's butler, who will give you a broccoli sandwich, which will let you summon Terence one additional time and maybe give you a life or two. But
I actually really like broccoli.
I don't know if anyone's going to get that far.
I'm not sure if a broccoli sandwich would be good, though.
It's basically all Count Duckula eats. It's his gimmick, because he was resurrected in a horrible, like, Frankensteinian mad science incident, but the person who did it messed up and used tomato sauce instead of blood, so now he's a vegetarian.
I mean, I'm actually, I was making fun of vegetarian vampires, but, Marceline, the vampire queen, all she does is eat the color red. There are a lot of non-traditional vampires who just rock. And I'm gonna say, despite the death animation, Count Duckula is pretty awesome.
How do you feel about Twilight?
It's okay, I guess. But they're not vegetarians. They eat animals.
No. True enough.
Yeah. I mean, they're like the non-cannibal version of a vampire.
Yeah, a really good quote from the review. This game has no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
That is a good statement. I love it. How do I even... Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm losing my mind, Tristan. I don't know anymore. I don't want to push that button because it might accidentally do something to the timer. See, you got me second guessing myself.
I tend to do that.
Yeah, you do.
I have that effect on people.
Whoa. Well, luckily, that same review also has a review of a Dizzy game, which got a 70%, as opposed to the 9% for Count Duckula, too.
So the corn is apparently box tops, which is a gimmick from the cartoon that Duckula is obsessed over, is collecting box tops. I believe their purpose...
The corn
What's
box? Is it just a corn box?
It's like corn puffs or something. It's a cereal box.
Don't say corn puffs. Don't say corn.
The resolution is like 80 by 24. You don't have the space to do that.
Oh, come on. They could have at least done something, right? Oh, sad raccoon. Oh no, Face T raccoon, i.e. Facet, is very sad.
Where was I? I believe the purpose of it is if you
going.
collect 4 or 5 of them, you get temporary invincibility, but they don't really provide any major mechanic to you that is useful in the long run.
Uh-huh. Oh, apparently he collected cereal box tops to send for tremendous Terence helmet. Who even is tremendous Terence?
It's like a superhero within the lore of the show. Like, I actually watched this as a very little kid. I had access to a cartoon channel that got the syndication rights for this like 20 years after it went off the air.
Okay.
But so I barely remember this. The main thing I remember is the banger of a title theme for this show.
I could imagine that. I can't even remember the title theme. I probably saw the show once or twice, and I'm not sure why I never watched it. Like, it feels like it would be up my alley. Vampires are cool.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
It's pretty sweet. I have vague memories of the show. I kind of want to go look up a video of an episode now and kind of refresh my memory after the match. It's this game ain't good though. And yeah, it is based off of Danger Mouse, apparently. This was like a villain in Danger Mouse who got his own show.
Danger Mouse.
Have we had any Danger Mouse on Ku5ogrande?
I don't think we have. No, we didn't. We never did. But I totally wouldn't be opposed to Danger Mouse sometime. Everybody, go look and see if you can find Danger Mouse video games. There have to be some, right? I've never seen one.
There are some, and they're bad, and I considered using a couple of them, but they're not really my style.
I see. Oh my gosh. Like, how is this game so difficult for a game that looks like it barely has anything to it? It's just very difficult. Yeah, don't let the J get you.
I'm thinking maybe this is one of the times where my feeling on how far the racers would get was dead on, and I probably shouldn't have made them play in hard mode, but more suffering. That's kind of the Ku5ogrande motto, right?
I can dig it, yeah. Okay, Facet is actually doing something that I really agree with on this screen. It's waiting to see where the platforms are going to spawn, to see, what is going to be the best way to go through this stage. That's not how you do it.
So you would think that if you walk off a platform and hold right, you could, like, drift forward while falling. And no, once you begin moving downward, your horizontal position is locked.
I was gonna say, you're being too kind to old games, Tristan. I mean,
yeah,
the thing you should assume is that if it can kill you, it will. And, especially with Atari, Commodore 64, those types of games, if you started falling, you were just going to fall, and there was no hope of getting out of that specific direction. So, yeah, I'd say that older games, do not trust them to have good controls at all when it comes to platforming.
Do not trust games.
Also, don't trust video game developers. Yeah, I agree there. Especially Xandra. Xandra?
Yeah, Strappleberry has... Well, okay, I just started talking and look what the heck happened. Never mind!
Well, yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm just not gonna finish what I was about to say, because if I continue, we're gonna end up floating in the middle of an ocean saying, hey, if we can avoid the sharks and swim back to shore, we may be able to see the rest of the match.
Oh no. Not the sharks. For some reason, you just reminded me about the Jaws board game. Did you know they made a board game for Jaws?
I don't doubt it.
It's actually pretty good. Like, it's a style of game that I've never played before when it comes to board games. I would actually recommend trying it out if you haven't. It's strange. A lot of board games end up being fairly cliche as well when it comes to movie or TV show adapted games, but every once in a while you find something amazing. Like Battlestar Galactica, the board game, that is great.
Strappleberry just chose to use Terence on the very first screen of the game, which I could see because it's practically impossible to avoid taking a hit from that very first, like, caterpillar worm thing. So if they were doing that just to avoid that, I could understand.
Yeah,
we'll see if they end up needing it later.
I think experimenting at the very least, as Cadis is saying in chat, you know, considering that you are going to restart the game multiple times, trying things out, especially during the first half of the match, is a good idea.
Yeah, and that's a pretty solid thing. If someone is not aware of when it recharges, using it immediately and then trying repeatedly until it comes back is a good approach. Unfortunately, they're going to find it only comes back at the halfway point of the game, which is around screen 14, which, how far have we gotten? I think most of our racers have gotten to 4.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, I'm not too surprised. The reason that a lot of games like this were hard or had ludicrous amounts of difficulty was just because they knew, you know, there wasn't too much of a game. In order to add a little bit more time to your gameplay, get your dollar's worth, if you paid $1 for this, you know, gotta artificially inflate the difficulty.
I believe this one was £2.99 new.
Oh, that's expensive.
For this, yeah. $3.99, okay.
What? Ripoff. Actually, No, there are better games on Steam right now for less than $1. There
Absolutely.
are better games on Steam that are free.
I was watching another streamer who was doing just a bunch of bargain bin Switch games, and there are actually a surprising number of good Switch games for like $1 to $2, which is cheaper than this.
Yeah, honestly, I think that low-price games should definitely exist. I love that idea, but you can do something better than this. Like, I don't know. Some of the devs, some of the companies really do care about making a quality game, and then this probably just got shoveled out the door. Some manager is like, we have to sell this right now because the show has been out for like 3 years and nobody cares about it, so you just gotta finish the game. The devs are like, this sucks, but the boss said we have to. Also, why does it constantly show the 3 characters at the bottom? What's the point there?
I have no idea. I believe there is no point.
Stupid video game. Stupid games. I can't trust them anymore.
was getting a little concerned on Strappleberry's screen there because there was an inordinately long time spent on this screen without any clear way to progress. But as it turns out, there's just like Yoku blocks on an extremely long cycle.
Yeah, like that's one frustrating thing to me, you know, when you're playing a platformer, usually going slow is not what you want to do. But this game makes you just have to be patient, because eventually platforms will appear, eventually, one of these days. So question, do you have a limited amount of ketchup?
Yeah, so if you look on each racer's screen on the very bottom left, you'll see a thing that looks reminiscent of a ketchup bottle at different fill levels. That is your gun power gauge.
Oh, baby. By the way, I'm seeing some interesting crossovers between people who worked on this game and other games, because one of the people who did the art for this game ended up working on the Page Master, how about the Stargate video game, Daffy Duck in Hollywood, Alien 3, Bram Stoker's Dracula, yeah, Postman Pat 3 to the rescue, that sounds like a quality video game. Made by Alternative Software, yeah, you know what, it's alternative to good games.
Yeah, Alternative Software is apparently well known in the speccy circles for being awful and making awful games, and this is kind of considered one of their worst.
Yeah, this is really bad. Taking a look, the person who did the music for this game, the lovely title screen music that we have that is actually really good, did music for Pinball Dreams. That's amazing. Great music. They did music for Cliffhanger, which does not have good music. Waterworld, which honestly is more forgettable than anything else. How about Cybermorph?
Oh yeah. So looking at this game, when do you think it was developed?
Oh, jeez. Like, do you mean just visual? Well, no, I'm worried about when this cartoon was popular. 92. That's my guess. Because I just saw it on someone's game.
Yeah. I was
getting
developed in 92, which, in 92 we had the Super Nintendo already and the TurboGrafx 16 we had for 3 years, and no.
Yeah, this doesn't look like 92 at all. This looks like early 80s, but the cartoon didn't exist in the early 80s.
To compare, at the same time this came out, Contra 3 had just come out.
Why would you even make this? What were they thinking? Oh my gosh. Okay, look. Here's one advantage, though. Apparently, this was a British animated comedy horror television series. I actually didn't know that. Count Duckula apparently ran until 93. Started in 88. That's right. It started 4 years before this game was made. And it ended the year after this game was made.
So the particular game, and I use that term loosely, that we're seeing here is the 128K version, the Spectrum 128K model version, which I believe includes the ship section. I believe the main difference between the 128 and the 48 is the 48K model didn't play this ship section at all. It just started you off on the side-scrolling. But I wanted to get the full experience of everything here, so we get to enjoy this as well.
Actually, yeah, some people were saying that this is based off of one of the earlier episodes. At the same time, I think that if you look at Simpsons games, a lot of them were based off of early episodes as well. And there's a good reason. They were actually good episodes.
Was there a Count Duckula 1? Yes, and it's actually a decent game. It's not great, but it's not Ku5ogrande material.
Yep, that's called Count Duckula in no sacks, please. We're Egyptian. I don't know what that
I don't-
means. That's
I don't
probably
get it.
the title of an episode or something, but yeah, it definitely looks better than this. I can't... Sadly, like, I think I might Oh my gosh. That's actually a phrase in the UK? I didn't know that! Okay. So apparently it's a spin-off of a British saying. / play. I didn't know.
Okay.
Huh.
High Spirits was looking to make some progress into a personal best, and then a Jack in the Box jumped up and ended his run, as they are wont to do.
Do 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 do. I'm really enjoying the music, by the way, that we have today. And it's still staying on our playlist, so that's good. We're making progress here.
So according to Cadis, High Spirits just took first by getting to screen number 10. See, I was nice and I provided Cadis with a map, so hopefully scoring isn't a total pile of butts.
Okay.
I feel bad for one of my recent games, and I don't remember which one it was, where I just had to turn to Cadis and be like, alright, good luck scoring this, I have no idea how you're gonna do it.
Do 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 do.
What is the elimination prospects for this? It's we're seeing 2 people eliminated?
Let's see, that's what it looks like. Previously, the players had scored 5 points. So they need at least 7 points, which you have to take second place in order to get that much. At this point, though, you know, I would say for quite a while, you know, we're not going to see a solid... I'm sorry, I just happened to see what the title of the music is on my screen. It says, I have a playlist and I want the viewers to loop the video so other videos don't show up. I need to stop searching for stuff. That is amazing. But yeah, they have to take at least second place in order to move on. And I'm not completely sure how far all of the players are. We've got this creepy "We Want You" picture on Facet screen. Mr. Torture is onto a dumb level. That's the best way that I can call this one. Yeah. High Spirits is definitely a little bit behind, but has made a significant amount of progress. Yeah, we'll see more progress later on, you know?
Yeah, the game loop for this is so short that I'm sure even as far in as 55 minutes, it's still going to be anybody's match.
I love that the players are typing in Discord, the waiting is the best part. No. No, it's a part of this game.
What is the best part of this game?
The best part is... I don't know.
Screen music,
the title
probably.
Screen music is pretty good. Yeah, I'd say that's the best. Okay. High Spirits just killed the worm or whatever it is. The happy little cute caterpillar. You know, nobody wants to play a game as Count Dracula or as Duckula or anything and go through a cute world. That's not why you play vampire games. You don't want a cute world. If you're gonna base it off of an episode, get one that's like hardcore or awesome, you know, explosions, not shooting babies with ketchup. It's dumb.
What's the entire thing of Count Duckula, though? Is it's a vampire that's cute and child safe and all this other stuff. That's the entire premise of the show. So you can't
cute.
just not do that in the game.
He's not cute. He's green.
He's a duck.
Yeah, He's a reanimated corpse. Then again, you know, it's fine. Some vampires can be cute, but he's a green duck who looks like he's probably at least in his 60s, okay? He's got wrinkles, he's got gray hair.
It's the style. I mean, you can't just say he doesn't fit the bill.
Oh my gosh, that was good. I was gonna ask you though, why does a duck have hair? I don't have any reply to that. I have no answer. I could search.
I like Duckula, and I will defend him.
Like, I like him. He's just not cute, okay? And I don't want to play a cutie video game with Count Duckula. You know, if I want to play a cute game, I'm gonna go play Barbie.
Well, he's trying to escape being cute. He's on Planet Cute and trying to escape it.
That doesn't work. You see, that doesn't work for the kids, because the kids know, oh, this is a game for people who like cute things, not for Duckula fans.
I'm just saying, the only reason I can't really engage in the game is that if I ended up on a planet of things that make you cute, I'd just be like, oh, okay, this is fine.
Okay, I'm actually very upset at you, YouTube, now, because it is playing my playlists. It went to quick, man.
I like how at first you had just said, I'm very upset at you, and I was like, what did I do?
I was trying to say a full phrase, but, like, my words got jumbled up together because Quickman is here destroying my soul. Oh, Facet Raccoon! I love the raccoon! So cute. Like, honestly, if we could just throw out bonus points, I'd throw them out for the raccoon, but nope, can't do that. Against the rules. Actually, I don't think it's against the rules, it's just not in the rules.
I'm gonna get so much crap for this. Oh man.
Who is?
I am.
Well, yeah, look at this game. Like, this has less gameplay than that Flintstones game that I gave out a long time ago for the Atari. Yeah, the one where Wilma swears at you if you don't get the right food.
Okay, but how do you feel about Fred Must Paint the Wall?
That has more gameplay than this game. Yes, most of it is bowling, but it still is more gameplay than this. I actually kind of like playing Fred Must Paint the Wall, I'm not gonna lie. But why do I like it? That's the question. Because it's just so incredibly terrible for what it is. Like, the fact that it even exists.
Really like anything?
I can like things. I like honey bunches of oats with real strawberries. I like bananas. I like Justin. There are a lot of things I like in this world. And I like painting the wall. You know, Fred is an artiste. Not a good one. But he's one nonetheless, you know?
Well, you try focusing on your art when you have a baby, like breaking out of her playpen every 3 seconds and ruining things.
See, that's the thing. He still managed to do it. What you do is you let her crayon in one corner, okay, one corner of the wall, and then after that, you put her in her playpen and paint that corner. Bam, you're done. Not that hard. Like, my parents should have tried. Okay, so when I go home, whenever I visit home, the doors there still have crayon drawings on them. Still. From when we were kids. I think my parents were like, we have to let you live in eternal shame for the vandalism that you created in our house.
If I was a parent and a kid ruined my walls, I'm not entirely sure letting them live would be on the table. But that's why I'm not a parent.
The walls. It wasn't the walls, it was the doors. And also, we learned that from one of our cousins, okay? She was a bad influence on us. Mr. Torture, good. Good plan. Didn't pan out. I know that he's done that before, though.
That was clever, just a little bit off.
Yes, it does work, though, if you do it just right. Yeah, the bad thing is that, like, I think I had one of my sisters who, like, purposefully would draw ugly things on my door in order to mock me or something. Like, I have a hard time remembering completely everything that's drawn on it. But I know that she eventually X'd my name off of the door because she took over my bedroom after I grew up and got a better room. Doors are just walls on a hinge? That's a good point, yeah. Also, the locks are pretty much busted on most of the doors at my house. I think that... I don't remember why, but occasionally we'd be locked. We'd lock ourselves in the room, and our dad would have to come and just, like, get the door open anyway. He would twist it so hard, twist the doorknob, twist it so hard that he could get in there without actually using any key or anything. So, yeah, nothing actually was completely locked in our house.
Yeah, very much similar feels here. The first time I locked my door as a kid, my dad took the locking mechanism off the knob and just never put it back. And when I was a teenager going, I should be able to lock my door, he would just say, why? What are you hiding in there? And I was never able to actually lock my door, and that did amazing things for my sense of personal space and self-esteem as an adult.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me just say that he did that enough that now I can go and those same doorknobs I can just twist and open. They just don't work that well. Another strategy was to take a screwdriver because they didn't have actual keys. They were just those ones that had a locking mechanism on one side and the other side had a little hole. But you could take a screwdriver, stick it in there and twist and open it up. And that's usually how I would do it in order to get into locked doors.
So it looks like High Spirits got to screen 12. Someone in chat is asking how many screens are in this.
No!
At screen 14, you reach your butler, who will give you another usage of Terence, and I believe there are 28 screens in total.
28 screens? Oh, this is not okay. By the way, I may have figured out the fix to the YouTube playlist thing, so I'm just crossing my fingers. Please stay fixed. High Spirits has opted to die over and over because he knows he's not going to be able to get to where he was before. Honestly, just die a bunch. That's fine. I just love the falling animation when you die. It's so good.
Yeah, it is one of the few good things in this game. Is just the
Strappleberry, no!
Yeah, up into the 10, 11, 12 range is not a bad showing for 40 minutes. This game is brutal. And, like, you effectively have 1 life, no continues, and 8 hit points and no way to recover them. So getting to 12, 11, even 10 is pretty solid.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was gonna say, by the way, Tristan, I remember back when I was a missionary in the training center that we had, I actually got to use my my lock skills in order to break into some of the rooms there. I just had to make sure that, like, I know there were cameras there. They probably weren't watching them at that time, so I never really got caught. Thank goodness. But yeah, I got to break into things as a missionary. Mostly my own room, because we forgot the keys or lost them or something.
What you're saying is, as part of missionary training, you get taught to pick locks so that the people who don't open their door, you can witness to them anyway.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
No, I could actually find this completely believable.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Those were good times. Those were... Well, the breaking into the door was good times, you know?
Oh, no, Mr. T.
We also learned how to shower in 1 minute. That is a really difficult skill, but very useful.
I've mastered that skill from a lifetime of not being able to actually control my sleep schedule.
Oh, well, fun. Actually, it was more like 5 minutes, but whatever. Like, we were banned from having showers longer than that because, I don't know. Oh, I know why. Because they decided to make us do stuff for, like, the entirety of every day, all day, you know. So, 5-minute shower, that's it.
The platform cycle that killed Mr. T a moment ago is pretty rude because it's a platform that disappears and then another one appears immediately below it.
Okay.
A moment after. But if you're just standing on the platform, it won't catch you. You have to time a jump to be in the air when the upper platform disappears.
Oh! Yeah, there's weird timing in this, and it's like, honestly, most people who mess it up are going to mess it up because they're bored. And they just want to get this over with.
And I would not blame them.
Yeah, this is the type of game that if we were to have a speedrun of this on the Don't Make Me Bored show, it would probably get kicked off after 10 minutes because we're like, we're bored! We're bored! Oh my gosh, the meatballs. Watch out for the meatballs! Oh, IKEA is just having none of this.
I watched a video recently where someone crush tested one of those IKEA crystal glasses that you can get for like 44 cents.
Yeah.
And those apparently require a shocking amount of force to shatter. I was
really
surprised. Yeah. I think it was something like 3 tons of force to get one to shatter with just like lateral crushing force.
Are you serious? 3 tons of force? Yeah, just
the
watch.
Hydraulic
high spirits flying across the first screen. I love it. You gotta use your friend, you know?
Yeah, that's why it's there. You're able to basically just nope out of one stage, and I consider the first stage to be an absolutely valid choice because you're almost guaranteed to take a hit.
It's difficult. It's very difficult to avoid any damage in that screen, and simply put, 1 hit is 1 life. Like most of us, you know, if a worm touches us, it's over. It's all over.
Absolutely. I mean, how many games can you say that the very first room of the game is a valid one to use your 1 skip in the entire game on?
Not very many. I'm gonna be honest there. Wait, this was made... No, this was not HAL, this was HAL. There's a difference. Cosgrove Hall. Made by Alternative Software. Someone thought that this was HAL. I love it. Well, we hear title screen music. Never mind, we don't hear title screen music anymore.
Bassett needed a moment to collect himself.
Yeah, and I can't really blame... Like, this is the type of game that I feel, you know, eventually has to show up at some point. It's very bad, but... Oh, it's not bad for many of the reasons that we have other games. It's bad because... Like, how is it this difficult for a game that has no gameplay?
I know, and that's why I've been sitting on it for 2 years. I've been afraid to give it out.
Okay, Mr. Torture is onto a corn room, just gonna fly through it, collect the corn, and blink a little bit. Good, good.
I wonder if Mr. Torture actually took damage from being carried through an enemy.
I wonder that as well. It looked like he might have.
Good. Oh no, the platform cycle.
Yeah, you gotta get it right. Gotta get the timing. There we go. Good.
You must recognize the pattern.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, High Spirits is making decent progress. Only at 4 lives now, though.
Whatever, you only have 8.
Yep.
He's got half of his lives. That's just fine. I forget. The box tops are what allow you to fly through the stage?
No, I believe if you get 5 of them, you get very short temporary invulnerability.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah,
but like,
it's not very helpful.
If there is one that is located at just the right place, it could be useful. It's just, I don't know. It's bad.
Yeah, like the reviewer had said, this game has absolutely no redeeming quality whatsoever.
And I feel like that's not even being too harsh for like the type of system that this was made on, because there were some really good ZX Spectrum games. Like really, really good.
This is Snoopy minus the charming.
Like Snoopy for Commodore 64 is more enjoyable. I mean Johnny, sorry. It's Johnny. I don't want to mess that up.
Mr. Torture had the platform cycles in that room and then slipped off, because of course the platform doesn't carry you, you have to walk with it.
Oh, of course.
It's a Spectrum game, you think the platform is going to carry you?
I mean, you would hope, but no, it's all... What's that?
This is also an up-to-jump game, but I was kind and let the racers use a RetroArch default button mapping that puts up on the right side of the controller.
Oh, baby. I love it. I also love the fact that the guy who did the programming for this was not allowed to do programming on a game until 2001 again. I mean, I guess he did mapping on Alien 3 after this one the next year, but then it was an 8-year gap for video games. They're like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put you on the back burner here for a little while.
What game was it in 2001 he was allowed to work on?
I've never heard of it. Let me take a look real quick. Swiv.
Oh no.
Do you know that? It's on Game Boy Color. It's an adaptation of the Super Nintendo version of Super Swiv.
Yeah, Super Swiv is Firepower 2000.
What was that?
Swiv is Firepower 2000.
This is a Game Boy Color adaptation of a 9-year-old game.
Uh-huh.
I don't imagine it's any good. And it was developed by the Conversion Company that only worked on Swiv. Okay, I love it. They're like,
that was a journey.
Yeah, this is like, I thought they were gonna be behind all the conversions, but nope, just the Swiv conversion. They should have called their company the Swiv Conversion Company, because that's all they did. Oh, and their logo sucks. Wow. Okay, let me see if I can get a link that doesn't look like it's absolutely garbage. Okay, there's a link. Okay, link is going into chat right now, everybody. Take a look at this beautiful company logo. It's trash. Absolute trash. What? The Conversion Company.
Work.
Yes! Oh, shut up. Yeah, it legit looks like it might be flipping you off, but I'm not sure. And somehow also touching a pool of water above it.
That is amazing.
It's trash. Absolute.
Yes.
Like, I try to find some redeemable factors in video games, but it's really hard with this one. Except maybe the walk cycle for Count Duckula. That's pretty good.
The animations are okay if you ignore the fact that it's all like monochrome and stuff.
Also, why is this going to... Oh my gosh, never mind. I thought I fixed YouTube. There is no fixing YouTube.
There's no fixing YouTube.
There's no fixing YouTube, everybody. That's just the reality of this game and this today.
I stopped leaving like YouTube on a playlist when I went to bed, because at one point I put on like a 10-hour looping thing of like white noise or something like that, and woke up when it switched to like an ASMR file.
I knew it!
It's supposed to try to hypnotize the listener into thinking they're a duck or something, and I'm just like, well, that's the weird part of YouTube, and I never want to be here again.
You know what? I kind of want to find that video now. I want to be hypnotized to be a duck. Like, of course, I want to know that I'm going to be hypnotized to be a duck.
There's
like,
much better places to get recordings for that, and I'll let you know.
Oh, okay, good. Good. Like, I'm a big fan of being a duck. But, yeah, I think that the evil part of YouTube, maybe Utah as well, is the fact that they were trying to hypnotize you without your consent.
Absolutely. Consent's a very important part of that.
Yeah, if you want to be hypnotized, if you want to hypnotize people, you got to get permission first. I had somebody in 4th grade who was trying to hypnotize me to, like, pick my nose or something like that. And I don't think I did, okay? I think it didn't work at all, but she said it worked. That was You know what? I'm not going to say her name. We're going to say Janelle. How about the first name? There we go. That was Janelle, my first crush ever that I had, because she had red hair. See, it's all about the red hair. And then I found out that she had the same birthday as me, and crush broken. Yeah.
Well then.
Like, when you can't date somebody, you can't have a crush on somebody who has your birthday. It's weird.
Why not? You get twice the attendees at your party.
Oh, no, you don't. You wish. Look, I'm just being a realistic adult right here.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay. Hey, apparently Facet has caught up. Look at this beautiful...
I believe this is the room where the high water mark has been set.
Very nice. Yeah, Facet is in 2nd place.
Oh, okay. High Spirits has been past that room. So Facet is indeed in 2nd, yeah.
Still, what you need in this match is 2nd place to stay in the tournament. So, you know, Facet is at that point right now. Strawberry Patch and Mr. Torture definitely need to put in some elbow grease in order to get past that. Remember, it only really takes one good attempt, and there's still plenty of time for that to happen.
Facet is just kind of staring at this room going, what? And I don't blame them. There is eventually a platform that appears. The corn down in the bottom is probably something you shouldn't bother going for.
Temporary invincibility, yo. Isn't that what you like? Oh, dude. Wait, this is... What number of matches this one?
For today?
Yeah.
The 2nd.
It's only the 2nd?
You're confused because I'm usually here much later, but this was the slot that was open for this weekend.
Honestly, I feel like this game has gone on for 2 hours. I think that's what's confusing me. Ugh, let it end.
Save this for an endurance match?
No, do not. Hey, it looks like Facet almost made it through the room. So close.
This room is so long, too.
Oh, no.
This is like a 2-minute room on its own.
No. Please just finish it.
Facet is still in the lead, but no, that's not okay. Mr. Torture is also keyboard mashing. That's a good sign.
Oh. I'm so sad.
I was trying to be a little quiet because Facet's like 2 rooms down from me and can probably hear when I raise my voice, and probably heard me screaming at that. But that's okay. I didn't reveal anything.
So, yeah, Cadus is saying that is definitely a strong lead. High Spirits is possibly in danger here. It's really difficult to say at this point. I don't know. Did Mr. Torture pass High Spirits?
Facet has reached the butler room.
The butler room?
Yeah, so reaching the butler will get you another use of Terence and will move you to the second portion of the game.
Okay. I like butlers. I want a butler. You want a buttle? Nope. Nobody wants to buttle.
I'm more of a maid type.
I'm not gonna have you as a maid, Tristan.
Crap.
Like, would you just wear normal clothes, please? I really dislike maid outfits. Like, really, they're just weird to me, okay? Like, it's too late for those to be cool for me. No maid outfits allowed in my house.
God, I didn't come here to be kink shamed.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, Facet into the pit. But High Spirits is almost caught up to where he needs to be. Good.
But yeah, we've got Facet leaving off at the middle of the room with Igor in it. I'm pretty sure Facet is done at this point, and I'm going to permit that.
Okay.
So we get to listen on the title screen.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just let this keep playing, I suppose.
High Spirits has tapped out too.
I can't blame High Spirits. High Spirits is game over. Mr. Torture might be able to get back to where he was before. Strappleberry Patch just enjoying falling. I love the animation when you die. It's so good. This music is a little bit weird.
First portion of the game, choosing to tap out here. Wait, no, Mr. Torture? Nah. Okay, yeah, everyone but Strappleberry has tapped out, and they're at the beginning. They probably will too here shortly.
I wouldn't be too surprised. I'll let it roll until Strappleberry's done. Oh my gosh. Well,
in series, I would consider it mediocre to decent. I would give it a 5 to 6 out of 10. Whereas this game got a 6 out of 100.
Yeah. Honestly, you know, I tend to think of games in a range between -10 and 10. -10 being the piece of crap that everybody should play. 10 being the masterpiece that everybody should play, and 0 being pink jelly. And I feel like this is a little bit towards the -2 is probably where I would put it. It's not completely devoid of gameplay, but it's really close. Maybe -1. It's pretty close, okay? Anyways, that's my assessment. Nobody else has to agree with that. It's fine if you have different wrong opinions, okay?
Yeah, the consensus among the people who have tapped out in chat is that level 1 was the hardest level to avoid damage in, and I agree. Why was that level 1?
I don't know. I really can't tell you, but we're done. I'm really glad to be done with that game. Why is it suddenly playing Etrian Odyssey music? This is not on my playlist.
Wait, which Etrian Odyssey theme?
I don't know. We're going to Mist. I already moved away from that, okay? But everybody go ahead and chill, relax a little bit, because Facet managed to take the victory, confirmed by Kate. Definitely made more progress than everybody else. Facet is understandably upset.
Facet is demanding a recount.
A recount. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, it looks like Facet is ready to hop on in there. Hello, Facet.
Hi.
Congrats on the victory. I feel like I need to be a little bit careful saying that.
You're not the one who needs to be.
I think I'm in here in error. Should we check again?
No, you definitely won. I think that you made 1 or 2 screens more progress than anybody else here. Right now, the big review that we need is Mr. T and High Spirits, since one of them will take second, one of them will take third, and that actually matters when it comes to elimination for this round. But no, you're still in the tournament.
Yay!
You saw the butler. What a good butler.
That was a butler.
Okay, so I need to hear, what are your opinions of this game?
I don't hate this. I don't hate this. I don't get it.
You don't hate it as much as I hate it? That's strange.
It's not that bad. It's just very primitive.
Very primitive. That's a nice play. Nice way to say it, yeah. Okay, so you say it's not that bad. What do you mean? Talk me through it. What was redeemable about this, if there was anything redeemable?
Well, it's relaxing. You get plenty of time to think about what got you to this point.
Okay.
And
it's relaxing.
They only sometimes pull the platforms out from under you without giving you another one.
Yeah, they kind of did that on occasion. The thing is, you had to be really patient in order to get through a lot of it, and I'm not really that patient when it comes to games like this. At all. I have no patience for this type of game. I just want to get through it.
Yeah.
And I think that the lack of patience and lack of, reaching your own personal zen is what gets people killed the most in it. Considering that this game got reviews that were like 9 out of 100, 6 out of 100, I put it in that order specifically because I don't think it's nice. The reviewers were harsh on this game.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, and, considering that this was 1992, you know what other games came out in 92? We had, Alone in the Dark. Okay,
I'd rather play this.
You'd rather play this?
Yes. I'd rather play this.
Wow. People are typing nice backwards in chat, thank you. I appreciate it. I wouldn't. Let me just go ahead and say that. Controversial opinion, perhaps, but no. I would rather play most games than this because it just bores me out of my mind. But seriously, yeah, congratulations. If you liked it, good job.
This game would probably go great with, another game to play while you're waiting for platforms.
Oh, like SimCity on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one actually, if you're speedrunning that actually does have a lot of waiting. So it could be worthwhile. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you were able to get through this, that you were able to actually find some spark of joy in it. I had a very hard time finding anything besides the animations, but the animations were kind of good. Yeah.
There were animations?
Like, when you walk, the walk cycle. That was good.
I guess.
About it. Well, Facet, what is going on over in your corner of the world? Are you streaming any games these days? If not, are there other games that you're enjoying?
Yeah, I mostly just stream a bunch of casual RPG playthroughs, half blind, half not. Right now I'm playing Lufia, The Ruins of Lore, which a lot of people say is the worst game in the series, and otherwise just don't talk about it because they like to pretend it doesn't exist.
Ooh, Lufia. If you love Lufia and hate the ruins of lore, then that's probably a good stream for you. Honestly, I recommend everybody go check out the runners here. We always love to help build the community, and you may find new friends constantly throughout the tournament. So check out the names of the people who were up on stream. The names that you see are the names of their Twitch channels. Go support them. Go give love. And thank you so much, Facet. Go make sure you punish Tristan, though, okay?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I highly recommend that.
Well,
thank you
thanks
so
for
much.
having me.
Yeah, take care, both of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So it looks like Cadis is still deliberating on who took second. That may be something that we just get announced in the next match. They are typing it.
Ooh. Okay, Kate, are you saying anything? No, Kate said, Okay. We're gonna have to kick you out, Tristan. Get out of here. Thank you so much. We'll let everybody know who took second and third later on. So stay tuned.
Alrighty. Have fun with the next match.
Will do. Take care. Right, everybody, we do not have time for an ad, but I do want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed. I see Corco and RIL recently as well. If you do want to support, dropping a sub, dropping some bits, or even sharing a gift sub is always welcome.